Become you.
I think one of the hardest things to hear after you don't get your way is keep working.
Become you.
But it's also one of the only solutions to be successful.
Become you.
You're not going to get your way most of the time in your life.
Become you.
Just keep working. Hard work pays off. No one tells you when.
Become you. Become you.
You'll never know the true feeling of accomplishment if you've never faced a setback.
Become you.
You'll never know the true meaning of confidence if you've never had to bounce back from anything.
Become you.
Just keep working. You're not getting what you want, keep working. You are getting what you want, keep working.
Told myself I couldn't quit. I told myself this was gonna happen. This is destiny. Whatever is really burning in your heart, you gotta really believe in yourself. Even when nobody else won't. You gotta believe in yourself and say, I'm not stopping.
Become you. Become you.
So you gotta turn your pain into progress. You gotta learn how to turn your pain into power.
Forgive yourself. If no one else forgives you, learn to forgive yourself. You are the one that has to be accountable. No matter what happens, it's gonna still fall back on you.
So it's gonna be a dog fight, but I'm telling you from personal experience, you don't have to start with anything. I'm a living example. You don't have to have anything to get started, not even a daddy.
I had to study the game a lot more. And but I enjoyed it though. So like from the time I can remember when I started watching the game, I studied the game and it just never changed.
You have to protect the thing that allows you to do what you do. And the thing that allows you to do what you do is whatever that space is for you to re-energize, find your mana, your balance, your power that comes from in here, and then you go. You're gonna have a lot of people pulling at you, a lot of responsibilities. You wear a lot of hats, your students, your parents, your friends, your colleagues, your bosses, you're a lot of things. Protect the thing that allows you to do what you do. Back to work.
That's the mountain. That mountain is made up of a million little steps and little goals along the way. You establish your mountain, and then after that, you don't look to the summit. Forget about it. You can't see it. You just focus on the next step in front of you. Right? You put one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other. You just keep your head down. You keep working. You keep working. You keep working. And the next thing you know, you find yourself at the top of the mountain.
Following your dreams is a lonely, solitary, scary, dangerous pursuit. You can't wait for somebody to think you can do it, because they don't think you can do nothing they can't do. Nobody knows but you. Nobody knows what you are. Even sometimes you don't really even know what you are. You got to take your shot.
Have opinions and feelings about yourself, independent of the feedback.
Look at your belief system every single day and stick with it. Don't rush the process, trust the process. Don't rush the process, trust the process.
You got to be fearless. You got to be relentless.
You've got to learn how to become resourceful. You've got to learn how to become creative.
At the core of a creative person is they believe there is always an answer. If you don't think there's an answer, how creative are you going to be? How long are you going to hang with that idea? How long are you going to try to work it and percolate it and create it and make it something bigger?
And you've got to be so relentless, regardless of what comes down the pike, that you're always looking for a way to get over, always looking for a way that you can break through, always looking for a way that you can win, always looking for a way that you can strike a telling blow.
So what? You slip up, you fall down. Big deal. That doesn't mean you stop. Do you give up or do you keep going?
It's not you versus them. It's you versus you. You see, once you master yourself, what other people say, think, or do becomes irrelevant. The clearer you can see your dream in your mind, the less you can be held hostage by other people.
Let me tell you about a voice. Not this voice, but the one inside. The one that whispers. It tells me what's right and what's not, when to leave and where to go. It's not Shakespeare. It does not speak in memorable lines. My inner voice always gives it to me straight. Tells me who my real friends are, when to say yes, when to say no, whether the person sitting next to me is the one I'll be spending the rest of my life with, or not. Sometimes that voice is crystal clear. Go, stay, right, wrong. Sometimes it merely whispers. Don't let it drown in a noisy world, because in the end, no man, woman, or algorithm knows what's right for you. Always trust your inner voice. Everybody has one. Few listen to it.
Pat yourself on the back and give yourself a mwah kiss and keep on moving.
What do you do to take care of yourself? What do you do to keep yourself centered?
Success and failure are not giant events. They don't just show up. You don't just suddenly become successful or suddenly have this cataclysmic event that makes you fail. It may look that way, but failure comes from all the little things. It's failure to make the call. It's failure to check the books. It's failure to say, I'm sorry. It's failure to push yourself to do things physically that you don't want to do. And all those little failures day after day come together until one day some cataclysmic event happens and you blame that. That event happened because you missed all the little stuff. Do you agree with me?
But you got to understand, you can always get a little bit better. You can always excel a little bit more. You can always push it a little further. You can always climb a little bit higher.
You can always better your best. You can always go beyond anything that you have ever done. And so all you're looking for are new breakthroughs through practice and practice. You'll get better and better.
And when you know what you want, you will do anything it takes to get it.
You're going to do whatever it takes. Do you hear me? You're going to go your own way. You're going to do what they won't do. You're going to be smart. And you are going to win.
How hard that training is, I don't expect anybody to understand it, but 1%. But the loud voices of this world are the 99% who don't understand exactly what you have to do. That's why when I speak and you don't understand me, it's probably a good thing. Because that probably means I'm in an area of life that you're not in.
No matter how far off track you go, ladies and gentlemen, get back on the track and keep on moving.
What you don't understand, what you fail to understand, is the other side, that you need people like that. You need the Elon Musks. You need the David Goggins.
You need to be very intentional and deliberate.
If you want something, you can get it. It only takes will.
To want and to be ambitious and to want to be successful is not enough. That's just desire. To know what you want, to understand why you're doing it, to dedicate every breath in your body to achieve. If you feel you have something to give, if you feel that your particular talent is worth developing, is worth caring for, then there's nothing you can't achieve.
Life's this game of inches. The inches we need are everywhere around us. They're in every break of the game, every minute, every second. In any fight, it's the guy who's willing to die who's gonna win that inch. And I know if I'm gonna have any life anymore, it's because I'm still willing to fight and die for that inch.
It is not easy, but I'm not about to quit. I'm not about to give up. And I'll do whatever it takes to maintain it. If you have a business, you're gonna have to work for it. If you have a healthy relationship with your children, but I've made up in my mind that nothing is gonna stop us from having a daily relationship. I will do whatever it takes, make whatever adjustments I need to make.
There's things in life where you cannot accept them. And if you accept them a little bit, you lose everything. You didn't get out of shape overnight. You accepted it day after day after day after day. We let ourselves get into bad financial situations. We accept it, little bit at a time. We accept doing a job or living a life that we really don't want to live. And what I'm saying is, do not accept that. Figure a way out.
The moment you no longer need the validation of others to keep going is the moment you become unstoppable.
Somebody told me, E.T., it's Wednesday, it's hump day. I said, I thought every day was hump day. It's hump day. I thought Sunday was hump day. I thought Sunday is where you really get started. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? You're not intentional and deliberate. You are hoping that the best is going to happen to you, and the best never happens to you.
But at the core of what really matters, that we are the same. And you know how I know that? Because all of us are seeking the same thing. Everybody wants to fulfill the highest, truest expression of yourself.
And success, by the way, is not some overnight event. It's all these little things. Success is having a vision. Success is making it compelling. Success is really seeing it and feeling it every day with strong enough reasons. Success is feeling the sense that I'm here to grow and I'm here to give something to the world more than just myself. All the little stuff. That's where success comes from.